So let me just say a few words about why we're all here. Today is the day when Palestinians around the world mark the Nakba. There is no Palestinian anywhere whose family was not marked by the events of 1948. And today is a day when personally, I am particularly conscious of my dual identity. I am the grandson of a woman called Jamal and a man called Jamal. And Nazli and Shukri in April 1948 were forced to flee from their home, their beautiful home in West Jerusalem, soon after the massacre at Deir Yassin, which occurred a few short miles from where they were living. They died in exile. Today is a day when I remember that I am the great nephew of a man called Shibli Jamal. And Shibli came to London in 1921 as part of a delegation of Palestinians coming to negotiate with Winston Churchill, who was then the Secretary of State for the colonies, and they were demanding the overthrow of the Balfour Declaration. The delegation went home empty-handed, but in the year they spent in the UK in fruitless negotiation, they attended the very first pro-Palestine rally to be held in London. And I believe that my great uncle Shibli spoke at that rally. Nearly 100 years of Palestinians coming to the UK, coming to the West, asking for justice. And I'm also the son of a British mother and born and raised in the UK. And so I am the citizen of a complicit state. So this is a day of commemoration, but it is also a day on which we celebrate. We come together today to celebrate the endurance and the sumud of the Palestinian people who have refused over 70 years, over 72 years, over 100 years to succumb to injustice. Now, most of you will recall Ben-Gurion, Israel's first leader, reportedly once said that Palestinian resistance would inevitably crumble because the old would die and the young would forget. Tonight, we will be hearing from Palestinians who directly experience the events of 1948 and continue to endure and to resist. And we will hear from young Palestinians who are here to say that their generation has not forgotten and are giving the lie to Ben-Gurion's words through their active and continuing resistance. So we are here to celebrate Palestinian voices, but we are here too as solidarity activists to spread solidarity. Solidarity begins, does it not, as an act of empathy, as an act of love, in the simple recognition of our common humanity and the understanding that an injustice delivered to one in the world anywhere is an injustice to all everywhere. But solidarity calls us beyond love to act. Now, the last voice you are all going to hear from tonight will belong to Omar Barghouti. And I had the great pleasure earlier this year of taking Omar to many meetings around London. And at each one, he was asked the same question: what should we do? And to each question, he gave the same answer: end your complicity. So we gather tonight to commemorate, to celebrate, and to mobilize, to renew our commitment to campaign, to boycott, to divest, to call for sanctions until the Palestinian people enjoy what is their birthright: freedom, justice, and equality in their historic homeland.